What is shaking, and a happy Friday to you. Today, we're drinking, this is from Monkish Brewery. It's called Hellish. So it's a Hell's Lager is what it is. It's just like a high-end lager, basically. Good stuff. They are down in Torrance, California. So if you happen to be down in Torrance, California, you can get one of those. Now, you're not going to see this in Torrance, California. That is these are in limited supply. Tough to find. In fact, the only place you could find them is my guest bedroom. That is it. So, worthless, but priceless, all at the same time. So I thought look, we had some great shows this week. I had as much fun probably as you guys did. Got Marcus Thompson to come on and Steve Kerr to come on and had some really fun shows, and we're hoping to keep it rolling in the next few weeks. Trying to get a few more guests that you like, Bay Area guys and maybe not Bay Area guys. I mean, it's going to be harder and harder to have guys in the backyard. I'm not flying them in. And so, yeah, oh shit, that shirt. Everybody, it would like, where's that shirt? Did you get rid of that shirt? And I thought I got rid of this shirt, but I didn't get rid of this shirt. I was like, there's no way I'm getting rid of this shirt. I don't know why I thought I would get rid of this shirt, but I didn't get rid of this shirt. It's a sweet AC/DC shirt. Sleeve is fucked. I have no collar on this shirt. Cope used to just kill me on this shirt. I don't know what that stain is. I can't bleach it because if I bleach it, things gonna just disintegrate. And I can't do it. I can't. I love this shirt. This reminds me of a concert I went to in '82. It was for those about to rock tour, and for those about to rock, we salute you. How about the hottest team in America? Right there, baby. Anaheim Lumber Company. Unfortunately, the pitching staff is the Anaheim Lumber Company too. So I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's fun right now. Swept the Dodgers, swept the Athletics. That's it. Just say Athletics. No Sacramento, no Oakland. Just say Athletics. So that was fun. It's always fun. But I mean, look, the Dodgers was that may be the high water mark, but you never know. Who knows? Here comes Neto. Here comes O'Hoppe. Ward. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go Halos. Let's do it. And so, but yeah, that concert was so great for those about to rock. I just remember they had the big cannons set up on either side of the stage. For those about to rock. That's how Brian Johnson, right? It sounds like he's got gravel and broken glass in his throat. For those about to rock. And just like awesome. And they kept going, and there was Angus up there in his schoolboy outfit. I gotta be honest, it's a sweet outfit for a rocker. I wouldn't walk around in elementary school in that thing. That's probably not going to happen. Can you imagine going to pick up your kid in that outfit? Oh yeah, you'd be on a watch list like that. Boom. I don't care. You wear that one to an elementary school or maybe even junior high, possibly. Yeah. People are either like, oh, he's just a rocker. Oh yeah. Billy, come on over here, please. We're not going over the Young's house today or ever, but AC/DC kicked ass. Like I loved AC/DC. They're one of the few bands that I've been to multiple concerts. I'm not a huge keep rolling over concerts. Some people are. My wife is. Cool. If you love going to the concerts, love going to the shows, and it moves you, go do it. But I think AC/DC, Tool, Chili Peppers, Oingo Boingo might be the only bands that I've actually seen multiple times, and maybe Heart. Maybe I've seen Heart a couple times. But anywho, so I thought we'd get into the playoffs a little bit today, and then I wanted to talk about the SC Notre Dame game too. It's just so fucked. I mean, Really? A game that started in 1926 was played 92 times. We're thinking about getting rid of that one too. Like, I get it. Like, there's some, I just, people throw away tradition like it was shit paper. Like, that's what my dad used to call toilet paper. I always thought it was kind of funny. Hey, Dad, hey, son, give me some of that shit paper. But can you just say toilet paper? Boy? Okay. Okay. It's your shit paper. I'll go get it. We're good. I guess he was right. I mean, that's exactly what it was, right? You don't have to put it in the toilet. I guess you don't have to put it between your cheeks either, but that's what it's there for. I love the people too that, like, back in the old days before they had the toilets that flushed, uh, indoor plumbing. Just take it and put it in the. Can you imagine? You just like wipe and put it in a waste paper basket like next to you, and then probably pick it up and you get a lipper in. You're just like, put it in there and then just go. Continue on with your day. Boom. Maybe go out there and plow the field, whatever you're doing. Oh, rough, man. Yeah, but like the little things you don't realize. Indoor plumbing, that was big. Still is big. Because before that, that was some rough stuff right there. And so, hope everybody grabbed themselves a beer. We will probably likely have a beer break in the middle. That's what I brought this for. Merry Christmas. Oh, that's the wrong side. It's just something I found out in the garage. So that's our. When you see that, I hope you're done with your beer and you can go grab another one. So let's start with that wacko Knicks Pacers game. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, look, I'm hoping it's Pacers OKC. I think I've told you that before. That'd be the most fun series. That's going to be that would be a wild series. So my two biggest fears, or the two biggest keys for me in each series, was Pacers Knicks was going to be pace. It's not a pun, just pace. Pacers love to fly. And Knicks can run, but you don't want to get caught up in that game with the Pacers. And then for the other one was just you can't turn it over against OKC. You turn it over against OKC, you're going to get slaughtered. And each game, OKC's put a run on them, and that may be the best hands by a team I've ever seen. I've played with guys, I've seen guys with great hands. Chris Mullin, great hands. Andre Iguodala, great hands. I've never seen a whole team that like just gets their hands on so many balls. Deflections, swipe down, swipe up, reach in. I mean, it's a nightmare playing against that team. But I don't want to say it was all the pace in that Pacer Knicks game. They were up 14, 15 with like 3 minutes left. They controlled the game. Indiana could not stop them. They couldn't stop Brunson. They couldn't stop Cat. I mean, they were rolling them. They had their way with the Pacers. So I don't want to overreact and go, oh, it's the pace, it's this, it's that. It took Nesmith, 4 threes in the last, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes? I think 3 of them may have been in the last like 90 seconds or so, maybe even less than that. So he went bananas. And then Halliburton hits a ridiculous shot. He hits the Don Nelson shot against the Lakers, the Garfield Hurd shot against the Celtics. Like, doink, whoop, whap. Like, there's no way that should have gone in. That goes in probably 1 out of 100 times. It just was pure, too. Back rim, straight up, and straight through. So it took a bit of a miracle, if not an outright miracle, for the Pacers to win that game. So I don't want to overreact to them winning and saying, oh, look what that game to me wasn't so much about what the Knicks didn't do. It's what the Pacers did do. There are games where you felt like the team that was leading lost it. That game, I felt like the team that was trailing won it. I mean, they did everything they needed to do Now, the one thing you can't do when you're up that big is turn the ball over. And that one turnover where Brunson came in, caught in the air, bounced it on the ground, and it shot up, and Anunoby went to grab it, and Siakam knocked it out of his hand, and they called the foul, reviewed it. It wasn't a foul. It was Indiana's ball. That was massive. But that's the turnover you can't have. You can't have that. You got to be able to make your free throws. They scored. Indiana hit shots. Brunson had a three. I forget who had a layup. Like, they kept scoring. It's just Indiana kept hitting three. They were chopping off a point at a time, and if they missed, they chop off three at a time. So don't overreact. I try not to overreact to like a miracle. Like, oh my gosh, look what but the Pacers are good. I told you guys this. They are good. It wasn't a fluke they beat Cleveland. I know Cleveland had some guys that were missing early in the series. Cleveland's good. I think they were 15-15, 20-20, whatever they were. They were right around 500 after 30 or 35 games, something like that. Go look at them after that. They're one of the better teams in the NBA. That is a solid, solid team. They can play. They can run. They're deep. They got a stud in Halliburton. They got a defensive guy in Siakam and Turner and Nesmith. Nembhard can play defense. Like, Nesmith and Nembhard are very good out on the perimeter. They can get into you. And then Turner can guard the basket, and Siakam's very good. Then you got guys that can hit threes. And you got some firepower coming off the bench. You got Mathurin. You got the Wildcat brothers. Mathurin. McConnell's not a scorer, but he's tough as nails, and he controls the pace, and he gets after you. He can hit that little shot in the paint, but he's just a spark plug. He like comes in, and I mean, I love the way he plays. But it's just a really good team, and they play at a pace. Like when I was playing with the Warriors, people love to play that way. They love to. Teams love to play that way, and then they look up at half, and we were winning 75-60. It was like, oh damn, because they're just not used to playing that way. They're not used to playing that fast, making decisions that quick, and Indiana is. So I think it's going to be a great series. I still think New York can win it, but obviously it just got a little bit tougher losing game one at home. I don't know if there's much to say about OKC, Minnesota. I mean, OKC is just, I mean, maybe Denver was a tough matchup for them because they had big guys, right? I mean, Jokic is a tough matchup for anybody. And Gordon, he was fantastic this year. Christian Brown had his best year ever. And I just thought the whole team, Jamal Murray, obviously, was stud. Westbrook had some, like, kind of like Westbrook. He's like, wee. He's like John Candy, Wally World. And he goes way down the wee. And that's kind of like Russell Westbrook. You just don't know what you're going to get from Westbrook. But Denver gave him all they could handle, and then OKC just mopped the floor with them in Game 7. OKC is probably going to do the same to them, but it's not going to take them 7 games to win. They got a bunch of dudes that can guard Edwards. At least make him work. You're never going to stop a guy like that. That one shot he hit last night where he drove baseline, Euro stepped, and then finished with his left. I mean, he's pretty sick. I mean, Anthony Edwards is definitely a baller. But you look at the guys they have on that team, right? They can get away with guarding Julius Randle with Caruso, who's like 6'4", 6'5", and just guards whoever. You want me to guard Jokic? Fine. Got it. You want me to guard Randle? Cool. Got that too. You want me to guard Jaren Jackson Jr.? Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I mean, he's just Caruso. That's why I said that Presti was the runaway winner for Executive of the Year this offseason when he got Hartenstein and Caruso. Those guys fit them perfectly. But not only do you have Caruso out there on the perimeter, you got Shea, who's a good defender, not great defender, good defender. It's hard to be a great defender when they ask you to do as much as he does offensively. Like, he has the ball in his hands a ton. And to say, hey, like, now go pick up their best guy and get after it defensively, it's just too hard. There's too much ground to cover, too much energy expended. You just can't do it. You can't be that effective on both sides. So defensively, he doesn't get those assignments anymore. But that's okay. We're like, we got Caruso. Oh, we got Williams. Oh, we got Wallace. Oh, we got Wiggins. Oh, we got, I mean, it goes on and on and on with that team. And then don't forget, they can play two bigs together, Holmgren, Hartenstein, or they can have one on the court at all times. So they just, I said at the beginning of the year, back when I had a radio job. Seems weird, huh? Back at the beginning of the NBA season, I was actually still doing radio. That I thought they'd win by a minimum of 5 games. I thought it'd be closer to 10, which it was. They're really good. The only thing they don't have is experience. That's it. That's the only thing they don't have. Other than that, they got everything you want. Everything you want, everything you need. Defensively. Now, shooting can go a little wonky for them sometimes. They're not a great shooting team. They can scuffle scoring if you don't turn the ball over. If you turn the ball over against them, then you're fucking dead. DEA, dead. You can't beat that team. That's what they thrive off of. I think they led, not only did they lead the league, I know they led the league in this, and I think this is like an all-time stat. I don't know how far these go back, in turnover differential. Because if I'm not mistaken, I could look it up, but I don't feel like it right now. I'd rather drink beer. They led the league in forcing turnovers. That I do know. But I also want to say they led the league in fewest turnovers committed. Now, that one I'm not as sure about, but it was close because the differential was like 5-7, 5-8, maybe even 6, which is enormous. It's enormous when you lead the league in turnovers and then commit the fewest. Like that's an incredible stat. And you watch them play and you drive. I mean, there's hands coming. There's slap downs. You know, they'll tip ups. And then you got, if you beat all that, then you got to get through Hartenstein, maybe even Holmgren. I did one or the other, and then they're all long, and they're just like vipers out there. Like, and then they just keep rotating them in. Here we go. Oh, he's tired. Cool, I can get a break. No, you can't. Oh, he's tired. No, you can't. Nope. No breaks. No breaks. And that's why at some point during the game, they go on these runs because you're just exhausted. Like mentally and physically, you're just like, God dang, I'm getting a break here. And then they get their run outs, and and then if they are hitting their threes, then you can shut the door. It's over. Thanks for coming, everybody. You're not winning. You're not. If they're hitting threes, you're not beating that team. You just are not. So how do you beat them? Well, you have a guy like Jokic. That certainly helps. You don't turn the ball over. You're going to turn the ball over some. You just are. That's what they do. But it's got to be instead of like 18 turnovers, it's got to be like 13, 14. And then hopefully a lot of them aren't live ball turnovers. Because if they are live ball turnovers, you get smoked. You will get smoked against that team. So I don't know what chance Minnesota has, but whatever chance they have is rest in game 3, which, by the way, they are 3-point underdogs at home in a desperation spot. That's usually like favored automatically. That's an automatic favored spot. Like, you're desperate, you get one shot at this. If you lose this, it's over. And they still made the Thunder favorites in this game. Like, that's how good they are. So the Thunder they're dynamite. And again, I think it'd be a great series. New York, obvious. Like, we know the network wants New York. I want the Pacers, and I don't want the Pacers because I want them to screw over the network. I just think that's the best basketball. I think it'd be fun as hell to watch the Pacers and the Thunder. I'm in. Give me 7 of those games. That would be. It's got pace. It's got skill. I think the Thunder would beat them because they're better defensively, like by quite a margin. But I still think it'd be a really, really, really fun series. So we get done with the show today. I'll be watching the Knicks and the Pacers, and then I'll check out the Stars and the I missed Stars in the Oilers last game, but Florida is whooping Carolina's ass right now. I watched 6 out of the 7 games in the Toronto series. Toronto won a couple of those, but Florida's like, you want to talk about a forechecking unit, a forechecking team? Florida's insane. Like they force you to make really quick decisions and be on point with your passes. If you can get it out of the zone, you're going to have some shots against Florida. Like you can even get some odd man rushes against Florida. And Bobrovsky's been playing fantastic too. But the teams don't make those decisions that quickly. And they mess around with the puck and it gets stolen. And like they got dudes, right? You know, Reinhardt is a dude. Bennett is a dude. Obviously, Kachuk's a dude. Verhaeghe is a dude. Forsling is a dude. I mean, Barkov is a dude. I mean, they just got dudes. And they're just stomping people right now. I mean, they're not even messing around. Like Florida gets it at the red line, and they just fire it deep. They're not even trying to carry it in. Like just fire it deep and go. And then all their defensemen are up. Like Forsling, Jones. I mean, these guys are coming. They're just like the whole ice is like slanted like this. And they're just coming at you. And it's like, hey, if you can get it out, more power to you. We'll worry about that when we worry about that. But they're just not worried about it. They're not afraid. And I didn't watch it. Like I didn't watch that much during the regular season. I remember them from last year playing the Oilers, and I remember playing the very similar style. But this year, in the games I've watched, and especially the first 2 games against Carolina, who has a pretty good forecheck themselves, it's been non-existent against Panthers. Panthers have just owned them first 2 games, 10-2. I'd like to see Carolina win a game 3 so they can at least make a series of this. And then I didn't get a chance to see the Stars. That was close until the third period, and the Stars just rolled them in the third period. So I'll definitely check that out tonight. But it's easier to watch the hockey now that there's not as many games. You got one basketball game, you got one hockey game, and then maybe I'll mix in Angel game. I don't know what I'm going to mix in tonight. Giant game. Usually playoff time that takes precedent. I'm a play. Give me the playoffs over anything. There's a ton of baseball games left, but the playoffs are winding down, and I want to watch all these games. So anyway, I did want to get to the. I got a couple more swigs of this, so I'm gonna have to go get another one. I did want to get to the Notre Dame USC. Oh, you know what? I got to tell you. Oh shit! It's never happens. Never happened. You guys are gonna think I watch Price is Right every day. Like I just sit there and watch Price is Right. Like I'm old. In fact, I am old. It's so funny too, because when I tell a story now, somebody will ask me about it. I go, yes, some old person came up to me, and they're like, "Some old person?" I'm like, "Yeah." How old? I don't know, like 65, probably. Like you're fucking 59, and I keep forgetting that. Like I am. I'm old. It's like, oh well, what are you gonna do? I guess I am. So I'm watching Price is Right today. And you know how I said people go up there now and they totally forget, like they have a brain and they can think on their own. Like always look to the studio audience, what should I do? What should I do? Well, this dude went up there and he was doing the the yodel, 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 yodel. It's like the Swiss backpacker. So we all know how this game works, right? The first one's probably in the $20 range, $25 range. Second item's in the $35, $30 range. And the next one's the $40, $45 range. Right around there. Like, boom, you got it. And you get like $30 to work with. And every dollar you're off, the yodeler starts going, yodel, 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 and then he stops. So if you miss it by $3, like yodel, boom, you're done. $3. So now you got like $27 to work with, and you're good to go. So he nailed the first two. He went $22. It was like 24, $2. Next one, they said go 35 because they knew what they were doing. His buddies are all like 35, 25, 35. Just trust us on this. 35. He goes, I'm going to go 28. 32. All right, lost $1 on that one. Should have listened to his buddies. So he loses $1. So now he's like 7. He's got 23 to work with. Next one is a lock. It's a fucking lock. Right? It's a lock, you lock it. You don't even know, you don't even have to know what locks cost. All you need to know is it's going to go up by $10. It's going to be right around $45. And you have $27 to play with. So all you need to do is go somewhere where, okay, I don't need to get like right on top of it. Just give me $27. So you look and you go, is it $5? No. Is it $10? No. Is it $20? Okay, maybe it's $20. Maybe. Let's go 40. Let's go 40. Let's go 45. I'll give me some wiggle room. That covers anywhere from 18 to 72. I'm good, right? I get this huge radius, this huge circumference, this huge whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I got that's a circle of comfort that I'm good. I'm good all around. I'm good. So his buddies are telling him $15, $15, go 15. He goes, no, excuse me, 45. His buddies are going 45. They're giving the sign. He goes, no, it's not that much. I'm gonna go 16. And they just like, they're looking at him like, are you what? And by the way, he was playing for $7,500 in cash, not a prize that you don't need. Cash. Nah, didn't listen to his boys. Went $16. Guess what? Yodel, 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 and he just kept going. Boom, right over the top. That little hitchhiker fell off the top of the mountain, probably split his skull on a rock down below. It's just bleeding out. Got his lederhosen on, and that little green Robin Hood hat with the feather coming out, that quail feather coming out the side of it, and the suspenders and the shorts like Angus Young. And then he's wearing a long sleeve white shirt. Why he's wearing shorts and a fucking long sleeve shirt, I have no idea. And the lederhosen, and dude split open like a melon. Just looking up at you like 16, yeah, and then he's dead. And then you just lost your $7,500 because you're an idiot and you don't know what you're doing. And you actually should have listened to your buddies that time. You should have listened to your buddies. Yeah. I saw somebody bid $1 today. $1. There's only one problem. They were the third person bidding. What the next person bid? I'm going to give you one guess. $2. These people that like do it on the second and third try, like they're going to sneak it by. I mean, I guess you could. There's some yo-yos out there, but that's your last bid. Your last bid is always $1 above somebody or $1 period. $1 or $1 above somebody. I would say $1 above the highest bidder, but it's not necessarily $1 above the highest bidder because somebody goes 2,000. and you don't think, you're like, that's way too high, and somebody bets 1,200, go 1,201. But I love the people that go 1,220. Why'd you do that? You could have just went 12. I mean, chances are it's not going to come in between that gap, that $25, $20 gap. But what if it does? Then you look dumb, and you are dumb for having done it that way, asshole. I'm going to get myself a beer. Then I'm going to talk Notre Dame USC just for a sec, because I think it's a bigger issue than well, maybe not a bigger issue. Maybe it's just a fucking big issue for me. So go get yourselves a beer. We're going to put our sign up there, and then I will be right back. I don't know what kind of beer I'm going to get, but you'll find out. Bunny, come on, come on. All right, we're back. I think that's the only time I'll use that today, but I don't know. We got a closer to home this time. Little field work, a little St. Thomas OG. It's a nice little can. I like that. That takes me away. Where'd you go? The neighborhood store? I was gone 2 minutes. What the hell? What, you want me to sprint? Good grief. Go do what you got to do. Come on. Neighborhood store. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So this whole Notre Dame, I don't know if anybody else cares, but it's my podcast, so I'm going to talk about it. Like in 92 years, Notre Dame and USC been playing football. 92. 1926 was the first year they played. They played 92 times. And now they're thinking about doing away with it. It sounds like USC is the one that's thinking about doing away with it. Somebody had a nice T-shirt, Catholics versus cowards. It's never going to top Catholics versus convicts. That was the best. That may have been one of the best T-shirts of all time. Now, it would have been more apt if it would have said fuck sticks versus convicts. Because unless you went to Notre Dame, are there Notre Dame fans out there? I guess there is. But there's nothing better. Like college football is better when Notre Dame is good. And college football is also better when Notre Dame is getting their ass handed to them. There's no team in college football I enjoy watching get beat more than Notre Dame. I just do. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I don't know why it's not Texas or LSU, Florida, Miami, SC. Do like watching SC get beat. I can't lie. But at least SC's West Coast. But this sounds like it's SC's doing. Like Lincoln Riley wants to get rid of this thing. Why? My guess is it's easier path to get to the college football playoff if you're not playing Notre Dame every year. You can get some cupcakes. You can start lining your schedule with some easier games. And then you can say what the SEC has said for years is, oh, our schedule's so hard that, we don't want to challenge ourselves at a conference. Well, now if you win your conference, you can make the college football playoff. Yeah. Yeah, it works that way. And so you can actually challenge yourself in the preseason now, if you want to call it that, non-conference. And if you lose, just win your conference. It's sad. Here's what's sad about it. I mean, you're fucking USC. You're not even UCLA. Right? And I would say the same thing about USC if it was basketball, like UCLA in basketball, like you're UCLA. I mean, let's go. You kidding me? You're not USC. Football, flip it. You're USC. I mean, you telling me you don't have the alumni for some NIL money? Just kick it out there? Like Oregon's whooping your ass? Like I know Uncle Phil is kicking down to Oregon. And I'm sure that's hugely beneficial to Oregon. But you're USC. Like Oregon owns you now on the West Coast. They have owned you since Pete Carroll left. Like that's what the team should look like. They should look like that. We're just like, holy wow. Look at these guys. I mean, I can't even remember all the linebackers they had. What was it? Cushing and Matthews and Maluga. I mean, it was insane what they had back then. And then offensively, of course, it was Bush and White and Leinart, and let's not forget Booty. Who doesn't love Booty? Mike Williams, Jarrett. I mean, the offensive line was insane. Like that's what USC should look like. USC should look like that. Okay? This isn't a team that says, you know what, we're good. If we can just get to the, the Holiday Bowl occasionally, maybe a Rose Bowl, Alamo Bowl. Like, no, this was like John Robinson winning fucking national championships. Like, that's what USC was. It was John McKay winning national championships. That's what USC was. I get it. It's been a long time ago, but it hasn't been that long since Pete Carroll showed everybody what USC could be, what they still could be. I think they won in 0403. What if it has an asterisk? Asterisk, I don't count it. Whatever. Bush's parents had a house. Yeah, damn. So they won a couple of national championships in the early 2000s. It's like 20 years ago. Like USC still could be that. They still could be that. And for some reason, they're not. I thought Lincoln Riley would be that guy. I thought, oh, he's going to win. He's going to win at USC. Now, he'll be the guy that's like a coward because he doesn't want to play Notre Dame because, well, it's a hard game and I already got enough. It's a hard enough schedule. We got Ohio State, Michigan's out there, Penn State's out there, Oregon is out there. It's like, yeah, they are out there. And oh yeah, I got one thing to say to you, Lincoln. You're fucking USC. Act like it. Act accordingly. I mean, come on. Is that what we're talking about now? These powerhouse programs are like, man, I don't want to play this game. I know we played them 92 times and it goes back to 26, but I don't want to play these guys anymore. Kind of tough, and we got to travel every other year. We got to go to South Bend. A little chilly back there, and then I gotta go back next week, and 2 weeks from now I gotta go back to like Maryland or Minnesota, play the Gophers, and it just come on. I thought this would open up a wider avenue for college teams to play each other because they didn't have to worry about losing a game or two. I mean, you play in the Big Ten and the SEC, you got built-in advantages. You're going to get to play a tough schedule. Yes, you're going to get to. If you win enough of those games, you'll get in. Are you telling me that like you think I don't want to play Notre Dame because that might be a tough game and we might lose to Notre Dame? Do you think if you had that type of team, you were going to be a national championship team? But it's all about the money now. Just get us to the playoffs so we can share in that sweet, sweet playoff money. That's what they want. That's what they're looking for. And you know why? Because it's not even run by football coaches anymore. It's all bureaucrats. It's all how do we get money into this school? How do we keep the money flowing into this school? I mean, how do you not have money? How do these schools not have money with the tuition they're charging? Like, are you kidding me with the out-of-state tuition these people are charging? And you don't have money? I mean, please. Let me go across state lines into Oregon and pay 45, 50 grand for a school I could have gone to out of high school for like 3. You can please. Since when did everybody become the Harvard of the West? It used to be a joke, but now like everything's the Harvard of the West. Davis, Harvard of the West. UCLA, Harvard of the West. Humboldt, Harvard of the West. Chabot, Harvard of the West. Like the fucking, I mean, every school you go to seemingly is 40, 50 grand. And you guys don't have the money? So you got to water down your schedule a little bit so you can get to the college football playoffs? I mean, come on. Can't we at least have these rivalries like hang in there? Like I was so bummed when Texas and Texas A&M cut their rivalry because A&M went to the SEC, and essentially they said the same thing. We're in the SEC now. We got to play a lot of tough teams. We can't play Texas. Hey, come on, let's get out of here. Now, I don't know my Texas A&M history. I could have that backwards a little bit. I'm not sure, but I want to see these games. If you're a college football fan, you want to see these games. There's certain. Can you imagine if Ohio State, Michigan didn't happen at the end of the year? Auburn, Alabama didn't happen at the end of the year. I mean, even though it's not as big a game as it used to be, Miami, Florida State. I mean, those games, people that don't remember, those games were awesome. Early September, back in the 90s. Oof. Those were awesome. Those are incredible games. There is certain games you want to see. And I feel like the money is just getting in the way of it gets in the way of everything. And then you get some people that say, you know what? It's bound to change. Why? Why does everything have to change? Some things should change, but can't we keep some? Can we just keep a little bit? I mean, goddamn. SF State, the Harvard of San Francisco. See? That's what you're talking about. Everything's the Harvard of something. Although I'm not sure if you want to be the Harvard of anything right now. Like, Trump will come get your ass. Say, hey, sorry. You get no more foreign students. I'm going to boot the ones that are there. You're not getting any new ones. So maybe the Yale. How about that? You could be the Yale. By the way, I do got to say this. Camila's out of school this week. So Lori and I are watching her, and I was playing Mario and Luigi, Mario Brothers with her, Mario, Luigi, Princess, Peach, doing this whole thing, and I don't know what I'm doing. She's better than I am. She's 5. And she's like leaving me in the dust, and I'm dying and whatever. And Luigi is just sliding everywhere, slipping everywhere. Just, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's frustrating playing that game. And I remember when I was actually like kind of good at video games, And I told our boys, Daniel Max, we just had to set up a camera that's behind us, and me and Camila playing video games, and her just looking at me like, "Are you serious? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing in this game. I don't know what I'm doing in Mario and Luigi, and I don't know what I'm supposed to hit, what I'm supposed to jump on. I keep falling off of stuff, and I just want to just." So Haley got home and hey, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. See if we can get Bunny to come over here and say hi. Come here. You cruising around the backyard? There she is. What do you got? What are you doing? So Bunny was kind of a bad bunny. We let Bunny kind of cruise around today and left the door open so Luke could get in and out. And she she was just inside in the living room, just like chilling. So I'm probably gonna find a couple turd nuggets laying around the house, because she goes in there and she's not. I wouldn't say she's potty trained, but we'll leave her out here and let her mess around, and then cats will come out here and they'll get together and play and do that kind of stuff. Oh, don't do that. Ooh, she like, oh. So you guys see the awning we have. We do the show when I have a guest from the other side of the house, and we have an awning that we put up, and then we take it down, put it back in this long little case. And like an idiot, I leaned it up against the door yesterday, and then I came out the door today to throw some garbage away. Opened the door from the inside and opened it enough to where it could fall on me. And I just stood there and watched it because I had my hands full of stuff I couldn't do anything. And it just crushed my leg. Neighbors were like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." Ah. As I was watching it fall. And now there's blood. So all the animals, animals love their blood. And so they're like, hey, you got some blood there. Let's check it out. What do you got going on? You coming up? She's got like the double chin going too. I'm not sure what are you doing? What are you doing? You're a sweet bunny. All right. Make down. Go on. Go mess around. She stays out here pretty much 5 hours. 5 hours a day. Hangs out. I'll let her come out here and get some sunshine. So, all right, we'll do some comments if you want. You want to ask me about the series, either playoff series. We'll probably get into some Giants a little bit. Oh, I saw Harrison starting tomorrow. It's kind of a bummer that Verlander's out, but I've been waiting for Harrison to get back in the rotation. I want to see how he does. I want to see if the velocity is up. And they've been playing some better baseball. Ramos has been an absolute stud. Lee has been really good for him. It's going to be interesting. I didn't think that they'd be this close to the Dodgers, but the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Giants are all kind of fighting with one another. So maybe a fun race all season. Maybe one of those where you have like 3 teams that are involved with it. But it's definitely been it's been fun to watch the games I've watched, and I'm excited to watch Harrison pitch because I still think he can be a guy. Yes, it is. Yes, sure, it still is clinging to life. But let's do some comments if you want. I'll take some questions. You want to get into basketball, whatever you want to get into. We get into baseball, we get into hockey, we get into football if you want to. So anything you want to get into. Let me say I got to lean forward. But walked into a wall. Thank you. No, I heard that joke. Come on, got to come with better jokes than that. Heard that one. You tell me a joke I've already heard, I'm going to keep drinking. Actually, if you tell me a joke that I haven't heard, I'm going to keep drinking. So, and it's getting warm. So, I heard Paul Rudd tell that one on Between Two Ferns. Yeah, I mean, he's been okay. I think Verlander could have had a few wins by now, but what are you going to do? And he's going to get a day off. I still think they can be at their best when Harrison is at his best. And I just want to see if the velocity's back. Because remember last year it was like 92, 93 toward the end of the year. And supposedly now it's up to 96, 97, 95 right in there. And if he could be 95 plus, he should be fine. Because he pitches, that's the way he pitches, right? He's going to pitch fastball. He's going to pitch fastball high up in the zone. And if he doesn't have that, he's going to have a little bit of whether it's a changeup or a slider, you got to have a little something to complement that. But if he can't ride that fastball at 95 up in the zone, if you're riding it up at 92 in the zone, you're going to get pulverized. And that's what happened last year. He gave it way too many home runs. Who am I taking for the last shot game of the line? Halliburton, SGA, or Brunson? Boy, you gave me three good options, but I got to go Brunson. Brunson's a bad dude late in the game. He just is. Like, SGA is awesome. His mid-range game is automatic. Obviously, he gets to the free throw line. And I love it. People make fun of him. Oh, he's a free throw merchant. Oh, he's what do they call it? What do they call it? How do they phrase it? He's a God, as another phrase for I'm not thinking of it right now. Merchant was the one. Oh, grifter, free throw grifter. Is Joe Adele ever going to be a legit player? No. Well, it depends on what you mean by legit. He's okay. I mean, he's okay. 20 home runs a year, about a $195, 205. But anyway, so I mean, I love SGA, and I all those three you gave me. If you take two, I'll take the last one standing, and I'm good. Like, that's fine by me. But if I get first choice, I'm going to take Brunson, just because Brunson's a badass. Like, he can go mid range, he can go three. He's got incredible footwork, and you just watch the way he starts and stops. I mean, he's fun to watch, and I just love that guy. He's just a tough dude. He went to Villanova, played for Jay Wright, so he's a tough dude. Big balls, like, he's not afraid to take any shot at the end of the game. So, I mean, I'll take any of them. And Halliburton's fine too. Halliburton get to the hole, he can shoot three, you got that step back going, and he can find guys. But if you're asking shot, I'll go Brunson. But if you're gonna give me any of the other three, I'm good with that too. Has Tom had beer from Epidemic A? I have not had Epidemic A on Colorado and Concord. I probably need to get out there, but that's one I haven't had. I don't know if they can up their beer, but I'll get out there. I'm gonna try to get out to. I need to get back out to Bear Bottle. I haven't been out there in a little bit. I'm a little dry on Bear Bottle right now. Right now, my fridge is Fieldwork, Tenma. What else do I have in there? Monkish, Wondrous, Cellar Maker. I have a bunch of Cellar Maker, and that's about it. I might have a couple more in there. Oh, Sante Darris got a couple. Still got a couple of their porters. But I'm loaded up right now. I got a full fridge because I went down to 2. I was at like DEFCON 1 a couple weeks ago. I went to the fridge. There are 2 beers left. Sheer tear, gripping tight. It was not a great feeling, so I had to rectify that, and just went around and picked up a whole bunch of beer. And Tenma had a couple ones. If you're ever over in Emeryville, you can go down Gilman Street and you can hit Fieldwork on 6. Get off on Gilman. I think you go to 6. And then just go out to San Pablo, hang a right. And right before you get to 65th Avenue, Tenma's on your left. And then take a right on 65th Avenue. Go down about half a mile, and Wondrous is right there. Then you can get back on the freeway real quick. Go to Jack London Square. Oakland side. East side, you can get Santa Darius. West side, you can get Cellar Maker. So Yeah, I might go over tomorrow maybe, and then occasionally I don't get over to the base enough. I need to get over to the base and grab some faction because I love me some faction. Almanac's over there, Humble C is over there, and then Ghost Town's coming to Oakland too, which is going to be or Alameda actually, which is going to be nice. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, a couple more, then we'll get on out of here. But you can go watch the games because that'll be starting a couple minutes, don't they? What do we got? Let's see if I can get my bets in. What did one? Will you stop? Okay, you guys are gonna have to do better than that with your jokes. I don't have any jokes for you, by the way. What's this bunny doing? What I make of Wade's comments about Jimmy? Oh yeah, about him not shooting the last couple games. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna get on Jimmy. I mean, look, Jimmy's not the guy that's like gonna take 20 shots a game consistently. Right? He's just not. So he I'll take Jimmy Butler on my team any day. Unless he's in like the last year of his contract and he wants a new contract. Then I don't want Jimmy. I don't want Jimmy Butler on my team. I'm like, nah, Jimmy, I don't want you on my team. Like, because you're a pain in the ass. So let's see. God, Pacers +6 seems like a lot, doesn't it? That just seems like too much. That's the only thing that scares me. Like, why is that line 6? Now I have to remember the Knicks were up 14 at the end of the game. But Pacers don't quit. All right, let's just go Pacers. Let's give the Pacers a shot. I'm gonna hate myself because I feel like I walked into a sucker's bet. I feel like I walked into a trap. I feel like that's probably gonna be Knicks by 13, 14. Because that's the one thing I do. I have to remember the Knicks were up 14. Let's not forget that. Let's not let the Neesmith heroics and the Halliburton lucky ass shot at the end. Although if you had the Pacers +4.5, which I did, you were hoping that shot was a miss. When I went to overtime, like, no, not overtime. Just lose. Lose by 2. We're good. We're all good. Well, I'm good. You're not good, but I'm good. And then he made it, and then it went in overtime anyway. But I just 6 is too much. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe they get beat by 15. I mean, would that shock me? Daniel says he has the quarters for the Pacers first quarter +2.5. Yeah, like why not? I like the Pacers. I wouldn't argue with you on that. I can argue with you. I mean, I think the Pacers are good. I think the Pacers are every bit as good as the Knicks. Worst fans: Knicks, Celtics, Lakers. Oh, Lakers. Lakers fans. I mean, hey everybody, let's not forget Warrior fans are quietly kind of irritating, okay? Let's never forget that the Warrior fans are a lot closer to Laker fans than they are old school Warrior fans. All right? I've been saying that for years. The Warrior fans nowadays aren't the same as the Warrior fans back when I was playing, or even back during the We Believe 2010, 11. It's just a different breed now. The expectations, the fake knowledge, like you know everything. You speak with authority when you really have no business or right to do so. Like the Kaminga situation. I mean, I knew this was going to happen, and I'll leave you guys with this. The Kaminga situation, like I didn't ask Steve about Kaminga because I've asked about Steve Kaminga, and I just don't want to ask about Kaminga. Like I'm kind of tired of talking about Kaminga, to be honest with you, because I think everybody kind of gets it wrong, and I'll explain in a minute. But I asked Marcus because I truly wanted to get his thoughts on it because I haven't asked him in a long time, and what he said made a lot of sense. On Twitter, X, whatever, like 85,000 views. Why? Because it's Kaminga. All I got to do is say Kaminga and people are interested. I'm telling you, it's the new Brandon Belt Wars. It's the Kaminga Wars. Everybody has a strong opinion about Kaminga, and that's great. That means you love basketball, you're into it, you're passionate about it, and I'm all for that. But it's like it does get a little irritating after a while. It's like I don't want to talk about this guy all the time. I didn't want to talk about Belt all the time. I got tired of talking about Belt, and I like Brandon Belt a lot. And I don't know. I don't really know Kuminga to like him, dislike him. I mean, he seems cool. I like the fact that he kept his head in the game at the end of the year and was engaged and ready to go when Steve asked him in the Minnesota series. He struggled in the Houston series, which was to be expected because, he hadn't played a lot. So, but it just, it is what it is. I'm not changing anybody's mind right now. I'm not going to change your mind on Kuminga. Everybody that's listening to this right now has their thoughts on Kuminga. And what I say is not going to change him. It just isn't. You either feel like he's not very good, he can't play with Steph, he doesn't have a feel for the game, or Steve has screwed him. Steve doesn't know how to develop young players. He should be spotlighted more. He should be given more chances. So, what I say is not going to change your mind. Probably what Marcus said isn't going to change your mind. And certainly what Steve said isn't going to change your mind because he didn't really say anything, but he's made it known. Like if you're not playing at the end of the year and you're not playing in Houston, that tells you what Steve thinks of Kuminga. Right there, period. He didn't need to say anything. It tells you what he thinks of him. Playing time will tell you more than words. Is he playing? Is he not playing? Where is he playing? When is he playing? That's all you need to know. All right? That'll tell you everything. So here's where I think everyone gets it wrong on Kuminga. Because you guys are so dug in that you can't see the other side. The people that say Steve has screwed him and that he hasn't gotten his fair shake, he hasn't gotten the minutes he deserved. By the way, Bunny's on crack right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh, by the way, I think Bunny's a girl. I'm not positive. I don't know if they have their I don't know if she's in heat at all, but she goes nuts. I felt something on my leg today. I was like, hey. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then I thought, oh, you're a bunny. That's right. I get it. I guess the joke holds true. But Steve doesn't give him his chance. Bad bunny. Steve hasn't played him enough. Steve hasn't given him runway. Steve hasn't said, here, take the keys. Steve hasn't. I always got to lean forward. I'm sorry to read these. Ain't playing because he can't play without Curry. Look, here's the thing. He hasn't played because of what you just said. He doesn't play with Steph well. It's just not a fit. It's not a fit. He doesn't rebound. He's 6'8". He could jump over my house. He rarely gets out-athleted on the court. And yet he averages probably a rebound every 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes. How can you not? How can Kuminga not be a guy that just terrorizes the offensive glass? He should fucking destroy the offensive glass, especially with as much ball watching as there is in the NBA nowadays. Everybody's watching the ball. You shoot it, nobody checks that anymore. So if you're an athlete and you can get a runway, and you should clean up on the offensive glass. He doesn't. He's not a playmaker. That's okay. Not everybody's a playmaker. Wiggins wasn't a playmaker. Clay, not a playmaker. They're just guys that aren't. I mean, the Warriors have Jimmy Butler's a playmaker. Steph's a playmaker. Draymond's a playmaker. But most guys aren't. So that's okay. But you got to rebound. You have to rebound. You're too big, you're too athletic to not rebound. Okay? Offensively, how does he score? Gets the ball, squares up, and then goes. Right? Some of it's good, some not good. Like some of it, the timing's not great when the defense is set. Some of it's great when he gets it, sees an opening, and there is an opening there before the defense gets fully set. Has a mismatch maybe where he can bump the guy and go right up over him. He's really good at that. He's really good at that. Corner three is fine. I hate when he shoots. This is just me. I hate when he shoots above the break threes. Not his game. He shoots them in the low 30s. No reason for him to shoot those, especially early in the shot clock. But that's a minor quibble. He didn't shoot a ton of those, but not a huge deal. Defensively, he can be really good on the ball. Off the ball, still a little bit of a mess. Like everybody remember the game they lost against the Lakers? Ross and Reeves had it on the left side, drove by Wiggins and laid it up. Remember that one? Remember where Kuminga was? He followed Hachimura out of bounds. He could have stepped up to help, but he was late because he followed him he was actually out of bounds, followed him out of bounds, and then came back in bounds, and Reeves laid it up already. Like off the ball, like he hasn't got there. He's not aware yet. He's not aware enough yet. On the ball, he can get after it. He can also be duped into fouls and stuff like that. So there's a little bit of a work in progress there, but he has the tools to get after you on defense. If you let him guard the ball. If you say, hey, here's the ball, go get it. Like you got it. A little like Clay. Clay was the Labrador retriever. Here's the ball, here's the ball, here's the ball, here's the ball. And Clay's like up in it. He's like, I got it. I got the ball. Here's the ball. Here's the ball. Whoop. And then Clay's like, shit, whoop. Where'd it go? Where'd the ball go? Where'd the ball? Who took the ball? Where's the ball? Oh, there's the ball. Oh, there's the ball. There's the ball. So that was Clay. Like he was great on the ball. Off the ball, he'd get lost a little bit. He just would. And that's just, I'll still take Clay on my team any day of the week. I don't care who my roster is at the time. Give me Clay. I'm all for Clay. But that wasn't his strength, not Kuminga's strength. Now, Clay better on the ball too. Clay didn't get duped a lot. Clay was like in you, and like he was like, boom, I got you. I'm locked in. Where you go, I go. I got tone. We got radar lock. You radar lock. You're not getting away from me. So, who values what Kuminga can bring to a team? Probably quite a few teams would value what he could do. Because he can give you 20 a night. I want to say 20 and 8. I don't know about the 8 part. He should be an 8 guy. I don't know if he's an 8 guy. He should be 20 points, 8 rebounds. But I think he can give you 20. To what end? Jordan Poole? Where you get 20 points, 18 points, you play for a team like Washington? Does he want it? Like, I agreed with Marcus when he said, I think Marcus, the way he put it was, he'll be on the first thing smoking. And I think if I'm Kuminga, I want to just go find out how good I can be. Let me get paid, and let me find out how good I can be. Winning's great. He's already got a championship ring. But this is Steph's show for the next couple of years. Steph, Jimmy, Draymond. That's it. And you try to accommodate those three. You try to build around those three. And you try to make sacrifices around those three. Accommodations, if you will. And then after that, you figure it out. Like, obviously, you don't want to run into the side of a mountain when Steph retires. But you got to give it your best shot. And if somebody doesn't fit with Steph, and you could get someone who does for someone who doesn't, you should do so. But for those that think he's terrible, he's not. For those that think, look, he just can't play, he can. Like, he's going to play in the NBA for another 8 years minimum. So it's just not here. For those that think Steve doesn't know how to develop young players, you're wrong. Pajemski, Jordan Poole. I mean, Jordan Poole's gone, but he was here when he was developed. Pajemski's developed just fine. I think you'd agree with that. And by the way, head coaches don't develop young talent anyway. They have 13 coaches on their squad. Those are the guys that develop the young players. Every coach is assigned a player or two. They're the ones that deal with them. They're the ones that develop them. They're the ones that work with them. So you think the head coaches are out there that can garden them, developing them, running them through drills? No. They know what's going on and they know what drills are doing and all kinds of stuff, but they're not the ones. They're not the ones out there doing the developmental shit. It didn't work that way. You got armies of coaches now that do that stuff. So, I mean, to say Steve doesn't know how to develop young players, it was just lazy. You just don't like Steve for some reason. You think Steve got lucky. He got a great roster, and that's the only reason Steve has won. The only reason Steve has won because he has a great roster. Yeah? And remember when Spoelstra won? A pretty good roster. You remember when Phil Jackson won? Pretty good roster. You remember when Pop won? Pretty good roster. Remember when Riley won? Pretty good roster. Auerbach, pretty good roster. You don't fucking win unless you have a pretty good roster. It's not a great roster in the NBA. So to say, but can anybody do it? No. It's not about coaching. It's not about X's and O's. It's about being a leader of men. And Steve is that. So he can play. Kuminga can play. Okay? He can play. Can he play here? Doubtful that he can play here and be happy. I don't think Steve would, I don't know if Steve would be happy with him on the team next year. I don't know if Kuminga would be happy with being on the team next year. I think he'd like to be somewhere where he can be a guy and he can be counted on to be that guy and find out how good he can be. Like, I truly believe it'd be best for all parties if he weren't here next year. If he is here next year, cool. I mean, he can play, but you got to rebound. You got to rebound. You got to run. Those are the two non-negotiables with Kuminga. Rebound, run. Rebound, run. Rebound, run. Period. Caps. Rebound, run. Okay? I'll even live with some of the above the break threes, which I shouldn't have to, but whatever. Rebound, run. We can work on the other stuff. Okay? Those can be negotiable. Yeah, 27 Yankees, pretty good roster. Yeah, most teams that win have pretty good roster. All right. Most teams that win championships, pretty good roster. Like, so you could say that about every coach. So if he's going to be here, rebound, run. Okay. You can't do your give me the ball and let's just hold it for 3 seconds before I make up my mind and then just go downhill. It's got to be, especially if you're going to be out there with Steph. Like that, it's built around Steph. This whole thing's built around Steph. It's moving. It's popping. It's players. It's ball. It's here. It's there. Here we go. And like if Steph wants to do his thing, Steph can do whatever the hell he wants to. He understands how this thing works. But Steph gets that leeway because, well, he's Steph. And when you're one of the greatest players of all time, you're going to get that leeway. And Steph is. So I just think people are either like way too high on Kuminga or way too low. It's in the middle. It's in the middle, man. It's just right there is what it is. So, all right. A couple more questions if you guys would like. No, I haven't worn this shirt out recently. I don't wear this shirt out. This shirt, that's it. This is it. You guys get to see it. It's a podcast exclusive. Is what it is. Because it's kind of it is. Well, it's not kind of. Like, I don't even wash it anymore. Because if I wash it, it'd be toast. It'd be absolutely toast. And I like this shirt. Look at that. ACDC 82. Like I said, I bought this somewhere else, but I was at this tour. I was at the show. And so I don't know where I got this one. And then Tim and Derek and Copes got me the other one. I have a gray one that's pretty sweet too. Uh, they wanted to get me one. And so anyway, that's not Lulu's shirt. Lulu has nothing to do with this shirt. If I could get Angus Young to sign this shirt, that would be amazing. That would be outstanding. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could pull that one off. I don't know if I don't know. That'd be awesome. That'd be pretty cool though. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. When's the last time somebody had a TV dinner? Like one of those Salisbury steaks where you get the pea and carrot ensemble and the like the cobbler, the blueberry cobbler that burns the shit out of your mouth when you eat it. And then the gravy, you get the gravy on top of the Salisbury steak. So you get the little dessert, and then you get the carrots, and you get the potatoes. The potatoes are so bad. Those potatoes, God, it is like somebody. It's like somebody took bone marrow and just ground it up, and just put butter on it. Like they were dry, and no amount of butter can make them taste good. It's just so awful. So I just remember the Salisbury steak ones that my mom used to get. I haven't had a Salisbury steak in forever. Do they even sell Salisbury steak outside of TV dinners? Do they exist in the wild? Is there any free range Salisbury steak? Does anybody know if there's any Salisbury steak that's free range? I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen Salisbury steak out in the wild. I've only seen it in TV dinners. That is it. But I loved it. Oh man, when mom used to pull out the TV dinner and Salisbury steak back in the day, TV trays. Because look, unlike you hooligans, uh, yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Mark. Here was a great thing about TV dinners. It's not just about the TV dinners. It's about the fact that we had TV trays and we got to sit in front of the TV and watch, whatever it was, and eat dinner. And that was a real treat. Kids today, you have no idea. Because you're all heathens, you're hooligans, and you just fucking eat wherever you want to anyway. Like, nobody eats at the dinner table anymore. We never eat at the dinner table. I actually miss eating at the dinner table, but it's been so long that they ain't getting that horse back in the barn. But we ate at the dinner table every night growing up. Every night. No TV, no nothing, dinner. Table, clean your plate, move on. That was dinner. And that's the way, I won't say that's the way it should be, but it's nice. Sitting down with my mom, my dad, and then later on Jeffrey. Although Jeffrey is a pain in the ass. He's 10 years younger than I was. Took away some of the attention. But, he sat at the dinner table. So to have that treat to be able to watch TV and get out the TV trays, the TV trays, they're little wooden ones. You just like click them and and you got to sit in the living room and watch TV while you're eating dinner. Oh, that was badass. Didn't happen often, but that was badass. I love that. But I haven't had a TV like a proper Swanson TV dinner in forever. So yeah, I don't do frozen food very often, if ever. So I don't know what I'm gonna get tonight. I might go to this place called Curry Up Now. They have these chicken tikka masala burritos. Awesome. Chicken tikka masala, rice wrapped up in a tortilla. Love that thing. I might get one of those. Those things are awesome. What is it? Give me a TV day, Ronson. There you go. Salisbury steak, TV dinner, and a Clint Eastwood movie. That's old school right there. That's getting after it. Good, the bad, the ugly, and some Salisbury steak, and you're solid. All right, boys. I'm going to bid you a fond adieu. Bunny's chilling, doing her thing. I got to go figure out what we're doing for dinner. Actually, this is what happens all the time. I mean, I kid you not. I told Ogden, I go, yeah, I would come on for like maybe 30 minutes. And then I get on here and it's all of a sudden it's an hour and a half. Like that's the way it works out. So we're probably going to start doing a more regular schedule. Playoffs are over. And we're hoping Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we're going to have guests. Guests take precedent. Whenever we can get a guest in the backyard, we're doing a guest in the backyard. Everybody loves the backyard show. I love the backyard show. The weather is going to get warmer and warmer. And, to sit out here, have some drinks, and do the show. But we're planning on 3 shows a week. And it's been fun. I can't wait to do the next one, especially now Monday. We might not do Monday because Memorial Day, and so, but we'll get this thing rolling a little bit. And I appreciate you guys for the support. And we're gonna, what we're gonna do. I don't know how many of you guys would be intrigued by a field work or maybe a bear bottle on the road show. Like we'll do it at location, go to field work on a Friday, have some beers, or beer bottle on a Friday, go have some beers. Maybe I can entice a few of you to come out and just we'll hang out, talk some sports, drink a few beers on a Friday night. So we're gonna get that in the works too. We're gonna try to do something like that. So I appreciate you people joining the show. I really do. And the questions. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your games. Got a couple tonight. Enjoy your Giants and 3-day weekend. So enjoy that as well. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Out.